So can you tell me a little about yourself and how you got started as an influencer?
Sure. So I'm Aoibh, I'm 26. So I started kind of posting online because it felt productive.
So, like, when you're marketing a product and stuff, can you explain a little bit about your marketing strategies kind of as an influencer when you're working with brands?
It really depends on the brand, because some of them are so open to you coming in with your ideas, and other times they're just like, this is the idea we have and we want you to execute it kind of thing. So I will try to keep it casual and fun, but kind of try to speak the voice of the brand within my own voice, if that makes sense. I'd like to do it naturally and casually.
So fits your image and stuff.
Exactly, and exactly, something that would be in line with my content.
And like, what would, like, when you get like a brief from these companies and stuff and brands, what would make you not want to like do that?
So I would definitely say no if it doesn't align with what I post online or my morals or anything like that. And also if the brand is very much like, we want you to use these exact words, I'm like, no, because that's not coming from me then. That's just what you want to say. So it's not, like, that's not authentic.
What would you say is an objectifying post if you've seen one on Instagram and stuff?
What springs to mind immediately is like women's bodies. That's what I would think. But I think maybe I'm just thinking of it a bit two-dimensionally. But I kind of think of like men objectifying women, or anyone for that matter, and just kind of disregarding the fact that they're an actual person behind a photo or behind a video.
Do you think that objectification is like a common marketing tool among influencers? Do you feel like influencers sometimes feel they have to do that to market products and sell?
I unfortunately would say yes, but I don't want that to come across as me being like, influencers just use their bodies. But I think it just happens in the industry. Not that it's the brand in the brief saying you have to wear makeup and you have to look good in this, but it's kind of like you're putting your best foot forward because you are representing a brand, and because you also, in hopes to like kind of start a relationship with this brand and they'll come back to you. It's very much a work gets work in this industry as well. So when other brands see you promoting specific brands, they're like, oh, that could work for us, like we could do something similar like that. I feel like without even really realising it, your appearance does come into question, and it does matter, unfortunately. And it's just it's just the industry that we're in as well, that it can be very looks based.
Do you think that the industry kind of encourages more authenticity, or does it reward those who do focus on appearance rather than like personality and kind of...
I think the industry is changing. I think a couple of years ago it would have been a lot more appearance focused. I think in more recent years, I think it's turning to people wanting to watch comfort creators, wanting to watch recommendations and real people's opinions. I think the industry definitely rewards people who follow trends, because when those videos are going to be rewarded because they're trending. So it's very easy for people to kind of just hop on a bandwagon if you want like loads of views or whatever. But I definitely do think that in the last couple of years the industry is changing more to rewarding like the more authentic creators, and even like the bigger creators, like the creators of colour, you know, like it's just so I feel like the industry is becoming more inclusive.
How do you find balancing like creating engaging content, like your own content, and then ads, like doing ads and kind of that marketing as well?
I feel like having the hook for the video is I'm kind of always thinking about that, you know, because of the way I like to do ads. They're easy to incorporate into my everyday content. I'm going to put all the effort into that to make it fit in with everything else I'm doing and to make it enjoyable for my audience, and hopefully it's a product or a service that my audience will genuinely be interested in as well.
What do you feel are like the ethical kind of issues in objectification in ads?
I think that it's kind of selling you a dream in a way sometimes. Yeah, it can be a bit unrealistic to just sell the way you yourself look to someone. Yeah. But again, I think it's human nature that people just want to look at attractive people, and we kind of, you know, we kind of hop on board with it.
Yeah.
Do you feel pressure to like present yourself in any way?
There definitely is times when I feel the pressure, for sure, because my content is kind of casual and authentic, my audience is not expecting me to come on with like fake eyelashes on first thing in the morning or to be camera ready all the time, because I'm just not. I think it's more of like a self-pressure thing, but it's also because I'm seeing other, not just girls, like other people in the industry being so well presented on screen.
Yeah. Do you feel like they have to kind of continue in this objectifying and like how they do their ads and stuff?
I feel like it would be so easy to stay on that road, and I feel like it would be more like anxiety inducing for them to kind of then switch it and start maybe trying to create more engaging content just through what they're doing. I honestly think that would be a harder switch, and that there would be more pressure to perform well while making the switch rather than staying in where they already are. Because for different campaigns they could get 5 or 10 different influencers to all market the same campaign because they want to hit these different audiences. You can see one person being so creative with it, and their idea for the ad is really out there and it's really engaging and it's really fun to watch, and then you'll see someone just putting little to no effort into it, and you just know that they're getting paid the same. Or even if the person that's put in little effort, if they have way more followers, they're getting paid more than the person that's put in all the time and the creativity. It's really interesting to see, but it's definitely easy to stick with the low effort kind of relying on how you look, because you know people want to buy into your look kind of thing. It's definitely easy. Well, I'm not saying it's easy to make content in any way, but it's definitely a safer thing to stick with that, I would say. I would presume anyway.
Because objectification is such a common thing, and like, what's your opinion on like the impact on audiences?
It's just, I think as a viewer of content ourselves, like, because we're all consumers of content, even if I make it, I'm still a consumer of it. I think it's really important for us as consumers to be really just aware of who we're following and what content makes us feel good, because I think the responsibility is on the viewer a lot of the time, because out there's creators making every type of content. Like, the type of content we see definitely impacts our mood and how we feel about ourselves and how we feel about the society around us and people's opinions. But I also think that the consumer of the content has a responsibility to, you know, just be aware of what we're consuming.
Absolutely, yeah.